Hello everyone, welcome to or back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to braid an English breeds long mane. Example, this is my beautiful model Flame, he's my other pony. So I've washed her mane, it needs a brush, it's all white and silky smooth, it feels really nice. So now we're going to brush it. As you can see, it's way past her neck. It's pretty much even, but this works for horse's mane if you've got quite a gap as well. It's very long, it's quite thick, very long, very thick, but I'm going to show you how I get her mane braided for an English show. Let's go! Right, so step one would be to wash your horse's mane. So I've just given Flame a bath. As you can see, she's still slightly wet, but she's drying quite well. And you're going to want freshly wet, no, not wet, you want freshly cleaned mane to this with. Doesn't matter so much, I haven't purple shampooed it, so yes, it is still a little bit yellower than it should be. But that doesn't matter because it's in little balls and you're not really going to be able to see any of this yellow at all. So step one, or products I recommend having. A good detangler. I use this one, which is by my Equestrian. This is a really good detangler. I also have a mane and tail brush. This is also very important. Any type of comb or brush that you can comfortably brush your horse's mane with. Next up, I have a platin wax or a platin gel. I have a really nice platin wax, but I'm not using it for this show because it's a bit more of a low-key show. So I've just got normal people hair gel. I think it's quite cool. And then last but not least, we have good old bands. I'm using these ones by Gymkhana. They're just these standard white bands. Then we've got white mane, obviously. Match your bands to whatever colour your horse's mane is. Like example, I have some dark brown ones here, but they come in all different colours, so you can easily find some that match the colour of your horse's mane. Right, so step one would be to apply a light amount. So not loads, you're not going to saturate it in the tangler. Even if you've got the horse's mane ultra long and ultra thick, they'll still work. Don't try use as less detangler as possible. Right, so I'm going to give mine a little shake, there's not much left. And I'm just going to lightly spray like the ends. Okay. As you can see, she gets a little bit anxious, but she's alright. Right, then we're going to take mane and tail brush and you're going to brush through all of your mane from the bottom to the top. Ta-da! Now it is all nice and brushed. Right, after it is all nice and brushed, it's very important that you do so. You also can't section it, so that's not one of the steps. So we're just going to go straight into braiding. How I'm going to do my braid is because she has relatively thick mane. I'm just going to do a section about this big, relatively sectioned, and that is going to be section number one. So what you're going to do is you're going to have a band. You make sure that your bands are handy to you. Mine is just going to go on the fence post. I'm just going to get some out real quick. Just going to take in a few from the top. And what you're also going to want to do is get some gel out here. A little bit. So what I'm going to do with my gel right here, I'm just going to open up the lid. It's down here, some gel in it, and this is also just going to balance on the vents. No! Oh, she stuffed it up. Okay, step one. When you've got your section, you're going to apply about, this gel is kind of melted, but like a finger amount of gel. And you're going to take that with your section and you're just going to smother it all on the top of your section, especially between your sections, like so. Right, I just need to like see, and you're just gonna braid it. Everywhere and everywhere. Basically, sometimes I have a clip that clips us out of the way. Today I'm not doing that. Then once you've got the section and it is smothered in gel, you're going to braid. Does not necessarily all the way down, depends how long your mane is. With Flamey's mane, I'm only going to braid about halfway down, like 3/4 of the length way down. And then you're going to secure it with a band. As you can see, she has one beautiful little braid, right? That's not it. Not done yet. So what you're going to do is I forgot to mention to start with, but you're going to make sure the top of your braid is nice and loose. So what you can do is you're going to shove a finger through the top of the braid, like as close to the crest as possible, and it's going to come out all the way from the bottom. And then with that finger you're going to kind of part it so there's like a gap. I'm going to shove 2 fingers through. You're going to take the end of your plait and you're going to put it through with 2 fingers, and you're going to pull it back up through the way you can. Does that make sense? So then you pull it through and you have a beautiful rosette like so. Oh, but the tops are sticking out, so what do? Do not fear. So what you're going to do is, once it's like that, for extra security, I'm going to take a band and I'm going to band the little rosette. So just going to pull all the way through as much as you want. And I'm going over twice with that section, like so. And then with this section, you're going to remove the band. That was just to hold it in place. The band, you're going to use the band to secure your next plait. So what you're going to do is you're going to section your next plait. Sorry. And repeating the same process by splitting, gelling, loosely pull it into the next section. So you're going to section it, loosely pull 2 sections, and then plait all the way down to about 3/4 inch. Like so, same thing with the fingers, you're going to put it through the top, through the tippy top of the plait, like so, and take the end of your plait and push it up and back through. And just kind of wiggle through till it makes the rosette size you want. Take a band and then secure your little rosette like so. There we go. And put that into the next one. So you can either do 2 options. I'm going to do it really a fun way. So you can see, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this braided and keep the band in, and I'm going to section it to the next plait. So as you can see, when this is a rosette, it's going to be no plait, no plait. I think it's just going to look really, really cute. And as you can see from the top as well, it also looks very, very cute. Right, so to the next one. Now that your braid is braided, and do not worry, the arches do pop up a little bit more if you want more up. So lift the braid up, take the finger, make a way for the braid to go, and I'm just going to pop it through. Alright, so as you can see, so far it's looking quite smart, and it's standard English braids. So I'm going to keep braiding, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when I get to the end and how I secure the tail part at the end. Right, as you can see, we're all done. However, we still have this little tail from the last part to deal with. What to do with it? There's actually quite a few ways you can deal with it, and I'm going to show you my preferred way to get rid of this and make it finish all nice and tidy. Right, so what you're going to do is, if you're plaited it, you could leave the band in or whatever. I'm just going to leave it in because it's easy to deal with when it's in a nice plait. So you're going to take it and you're going to pull it over, so up, down, past the braid, so it's on the end, so it's facing the bottom. Then you're going to go under your plait, and then keep wrapping under and behind. and then you're going to secure it with lots of bands. Right, that's it. As simple as that. I put 2 bands in it. I will put more in it later. That is how I'm finishing her mane. I am leaving this cover fluff. It's not a big deal. If it was like a bigger event, I would braid it normally. And this stuff is hidden like under her saddle pad, because the saddle pad kind of comes up here. Anyway, so that is everything. Her mane is all braided. If you have any questions or queries or whatever, please drop them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you learned something new. Yeah, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, whatever, if you think this will help someone. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you